I can take the dick off the table based upon my standard. You aren't gonna get hold of this dick if you ain't being the woman I need you to be. You need to realize that you need to cook, clean. You gotta understand that you're not the only woman. And if you can accept that, that's fine. That's just the beginning, because you gotta work hard for me, because I work hard for me. So that means if you get with me, it's not gonna be easy street, because I need to be satisfied, because it ain't no happy wife, happy life bullshit. It's happy Steve, happy Steve.
Being strong with self, understanding who you are, that is the biggest defense to bitch ass weak men.
And there's no excuses for the men not to be strong. But see, there's so many forces, and then so many men are embracing weakness.
I can't stand weak men. Like I don't like to talk to them. It's hard for me to talk to these losers. I've always been a winner at the winner's table.
You know, I believe it's a sin to impregnate a woman who can't raise a child, you know, or impregnate a woman who's not fit to be a mother. And I think we have a responsibility in what we see today in these weak ass little feminine boys.
I can't tell another man what to do, but I can't dress feminine. I can't wear nail polish. It's just something that I can't do. Why? Because if I'm walking down the street and somebody's having trouble with a flat tire, I want them to feel that they can come to me and ask me, hey man, could you help me out with this? Because those are the type of things that a man will help out with. So I need to look like a man so they can know where to come for help.
Yeah, it is such a thing as toxic masculinity in the minds of bitch ass motherfuckers.
Talk about masculinity, assertiveness, authenticity, transparency. How can a guy who's straight up and honest with what he does be toxic?
If the media can train you to think something bad about it, you hear the word and you want to instantly have a certain reaction. You stop thinking, you start feeling. And when people learn to think and feel and not think through their feelings, that's when they can evaluate a person holistically. And they can say, is this toxic masculinity, or did I just hear something I didn't like? And why did I not like it? And they only let me go within myself to see why.
I don't never look at no motherfucker and say, oh, that's a toxic masculine motherfucker. I never ever had, I didn't even know, that was an invented concept from a weak motherfucker that was like, I'm just tired of this motherfucker trying to tell me what to do and bully you over me with this bullshit.
What's going to make you successful is just understanding who you are and getting your mind right and being happy with who you are. That is the thing that's going to really make you successful. Because after you get all the toys, after you get all these things going on, you've had sex with all the women you want to have sex with, you traveled all the places, you're still going to be you, and you're going to always come back to you.
Why do I do this? Why are we even doing this documentary? I want guys to be in the best position possible. There's no way that I'm raising my voice or calling you a bitch ass nigga because I'm trying to hurt your feelings. I'm calling you a bitch ass nigga because you're doing bitch ass nigga shit. And if you continue doing bitch ass nigga shit, you're going to end up in bitch ass nigga situations. You get what I'm saying? So when I call you a bitch ass nigga, trust me, it's because I love you.
Game Kings 2, the definition of man, is out right now. Click the link below or go straight to masculineidentity.com to get your copy today. Still ain't getting women? Really? Come on, son. You need to go to badboymembership.com and step up your game. What's up, y'all? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game, and I'm telling you that if you really want to attract beautiful women, you need to go to badboymembership.com. This is where you get 45 through 90-minute step-by-step dating advice tutorials every month. Just sign up, follow the advice, and you'll get the women you want. Go to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com. It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game, and I want to tell you about my documentary, Game Kings, the definition of game, starring myself, the Boss Mac Topsoil, Rosebud, Ron Wills, Miles Cunningham, and much more. In this documentary, you're going to learn about confidence, manhood, attracting women, and the definition of the game. To get this documentary, go to MrLocario.com.
Some people think you need a sports car to get what you want. Some people think you need $1 million. Some people think you need looks, status. The only thing you need is what they can't get unless they come straight to you. And that's your identity. Join the Masculine Identity membership today. MasculineIdentityMembership.com. Masculine Identity Soap. This luxurious, quality, high lather, high moisturizing, all natural bar soap has been handcrafted with care and consistency to provide a quality cleansing experience for self-care, focus, and productivity. Specially formulated for cold showers. Stay clean, gentlemen. Masculine Identity Soap.
Click the links below to get private one-on-one coaching sessions with Mr. Locario or Miles Cunningham to step up your game. These coaching sessions are designed to help you with your specific needs in the dating game. So make sure you click the links below right now so that you can step up your game today. Yo, can you guys hear me? Let me see, my shit tripping right now. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to everybody in the building. Hold on, let me make sure all my shit is where I need it to be, because this shit was tripping for a second, but I think we good now. So shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to everybody in the building. Shout out to my lovely lady April MC in the building. What's good? Shout out to Fat John, Duke Alex, Captain Caleb, what's going on? Shout out to Who They Official, what's up? Phoenix Smiles in the building. Purpose Change, what's going on? Joe Blast in the motherfucking building. What's up? Shout out to Martavius, what's popping with you? Who else we got up in here? Shout out to Jonas, what's going on? Shout out to Frankie Shy in the building, Aussie in the building. Shout out to D's Nuts in the building, Jimmy Lionel, what's popping? What's going on? Dimension, what's good? Corey 2S, what's popping? What's going on? Who else we got up in here? Shout out to Kobe Lean in the building. Shout out to, who else we got up in here? Shout out to Ish the Coop in the building, man. Appreciate everybody tuning in. You feel what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody in the chat. So today, guys, we're going to be talking about how to let women know it's just about sex at the beginning. Oh, we about to get into this. We're about to get into this. But before we get into all of that, guys, y'all already know how we got to do. Make sure that you guys go check this out, CunninghamElements.com. Do that shit.
Just do it.
Get your masculine identity soap. Get the parfum. Get the shea butter. You feel what I'm saying? Make sure you guys get that, because see right here, I got the shea butter right here. So make sure you guys go to Cunningham Elements and get your shea butter now. Do that shit.
Just
do that shit. And I got the freaking masculine identity soap. So go to Cunningham Elements and get the masculine identity soap.
Do it.
You understand what I'm saying? Make sure you do that.
Just do it.
Get that shit going. Fire. Fucking fire. I'm telling you. Also, make sure that you guys go on the internet, right? And there's this website. I got to show it to y'all real quick because it's so awesome. There's this website called shoplocario.com that all you guys should be on. Get your online dating consultations. Get the massive game collection. Master the vetting process. How to have sex with 2 women a day. Ebook, audiobook. Looks Don't Matter book. Master approach a woman in 30 days or less. Get all this stuff here at shoplocario.com. And guys, I'm telling you, y'all need to get on this online dating consultation heavy. As you can see, the ratings are going up. You feel what I'm saying? It's more people rating it right here up in the building. You feel what I'm saying? Listen, man, let me read one of these things real quick. I love to read the ratings of the people that we help. So it says, Ms. Locario and April were incredibly helpful in guiding me to identify my own errors while also giving me clear, constructive insight on how to improve myself. They didn't just point things out. They explained the why behind it all, which made everything click. Their feedback was honest, supportive, and empowering, and it really helped me gain a better understanding of myself and my growth areas. I walked away feeling more aware, motivated, and confident about making real changes. Highly recommend their guidance to anyone serious about self-improvement. That's what I'm talking about. Shout out to Jonathan in the building. So make sure that you guys get up on the online dating consultation. Go to shoplocario.com. Get that cracking. You feel what I'm saying? Also, make sure that you guys go to this site right here. Go here. Let's bring this up. Make sure you guys go to patreon.com/Mr. Locario. So you guys can get up on the Bad Boy Show. Every week we do current events and we spit that heavy fire up on here. And we just dropped the latest program on the Bad Boy Show, the latest podcast, which is called The Women Dominate Men They're Not Attracted to. Oh, I'm telling you. You got to go on there, right? You click the button and then go start. You know what I'm saying? So that the Bad Boy, click it.
You were listening to the Bad Boy Radio Show with Miss
Fire. You guys got to go to Patreon and check that shit out. You feel what I'm saying? So make sure you guys go to patreon.com/Mr. Locario to get on the Bad Boy Show. Also, make sure you guys go to masculineidentitymembership.com to join the Masculine Identity Membership with Miles so you guys can do the Zoom calls every Monday. And last but not least, make sure you guys go to badboymembership.com to join the Bad Boy Membership. And right now in the Bad Boy Membership, we have 7 signs a woman thinks you're too good for her. You feel what I'm saying? So make sure you make that happen. Yes, let's get into this. So let's talk about this. So we're talking about how to let women know it's just about sex at the beginning. You feel what I'm saying? And this is a very important topic because, you know, a woman should know that it is purely sexual at the beginning. And it is your job to let women know this, right? It's your job to do the things with your words and actions to get women to understand this. This is why if you guys get the Master the Vetting Process program, which you guys can get at shoplocario.com. When I talk about the vetting process, whether you're vetting for casual or long-term situations, it always starts out sexual. You understand what I'm saying? And guys, if you want to call in numbers 844-672-7300, 844-672-7300 is the number. So make sure you guys call up, hit us up. If you have a question, put a Q in the chat and we'll get to your questions at the end. All right. So like I said, when you go to shoplocario.com, get Master the Vetting Process, I talk about within the vetting, right? Sex needs to be the first thing that's happening. But what you got to understand is that every move that you make, right? Everything that you're doing, however you're interacting with the woman, is supposed to let her know that this is going to be sexual first. Now, it doesn't mean that it's only going to be sexual, right? Because let's say you meet a girl and let's say she's your physical type and let's say you like her, you get along and you're vibing and all this other shit. You're like, you know what? I kind of like this chick. She seemed pretty cool. And let's say that you in your mind, even though you're hooking up out of here, you might want a girlfriend at some point, right? So it's not to say that it's only going to be sexual with every chick that you're dealing with, but at first it should just be sexual. And shout out to Kay Zagan because I was watching the Man That Is a Skill Set show earlier and he was talking about this. He was basically saying that, you know, when he first fucks with these women it's going to be a sexual thing, because the problem is that a lot of guys do way too much too soon. They end up having situations where the woman starts falling in love with the motherfucker because he's giving her boyfriend energy, and, you know, a lot of emotions get into the shit, and then you have drama and all this other stuff, right? And so the thing is that when you make it sexual and keep it sexual at the beginning, right, you are avoiding all of the bullshit, all of the drama, all of the extra stuff, right? And see, this is what you guys have to understand about women. See, when a woman first encounters you, right, what will happen is that based on how she views you, she's going to have an idea of how she is deciding to engage and deal with you, right? So what does that mean? That means that you meet a woman, and in her mind, she may be thinking, oh, this could be my next boyfriend. Oh, this could be the guy that I'm going to date. He's going to court me. I want him to wine and dine me. I want this. So she's thinking of these things when it comes to dealing with you, right? And the problem with that is that she's coming to the situation with her agenda, and she's going to try to move in a certain way to get that agenda filled. And so as a man, we always tell you guys this, you need to be leading. So when you lead the woman, right, what it'll tell her is that she has to follow your agenda. And if she's going to follow your agenda, that means that your agenda is in alignment with what she wants to do. If she's not going to follow it, that means that her agenda is not in alignment with what you want to do, which means that she will, in a lot of cases, just fall back. So sometimes when you're dealing with women don't, you know, in some cases, you know, reject you or ghost you or stop fucking with you because they're not interested. Sometimes what happens is that they may have been interested, but they had a particular agenda they wanted to have with you in particular, right? And because your agenda and her agenda clashes, that's what makes her fall back. So for example, she wanted you as a long-term thing, but you're just trying to hook up. That's incompatibility, right? So that clashes. And then so she'll fall back because of that. But the good thing is that if she knows you want to hook up, but she wants more than hooking up and she falls back, that is a good thing, because it's basically letting her know at the beginning it's going to be sex. And so if she's not down with the sex, it's actually good that she falls back. It's actually good that she's not trying to fuck with you. You understand what I'm saying? Because you're already letting her know what it is. Because remember, a lot of these women, what happens is that they have guys that they meet, they're sexually attracted to. They want to have sex with them now. They have sex with the guy now. It happens, it goes down, right? Then what happens is that they're in a situation where they're dealing with a guy where they are like, oh, well, I like him a lot in the sense of I want more than just sex with him. And then they'll, you know, basically do what they do. So now this is the thing. When it comes to you letting a woman know if it's just that it's going to just be sex at the beginning, right? There's a lot of things that we got to talk about, because this is a very simple thing, but it can also get complex, right? So we're going to go deep in today's show. You feel what I'm saying? We're going to go deep. I'm going to try not to, you know, I'm going to try not to give away too much, but you know how I do. I'm going to try to keep it a little, you know, just a little, but I got to give you some information, right? So when we talk about letting a woman know it's just about sex at the beginning, what that means is that the moves you make, right, the things you do, the things you say have to align with that. So no matter where she's going and what she's experiencing when dealing with you, it brings her straight back to sex. So what does that mean? For example, if you guys are going out to dinner with a chick, whining and dining her, right? Is that closer to a sexual situation or a boyfriend situation? It's closer to a boyfriend situation, right? And so the move that you're making to take her out to dinner, wine and dine her, is closer to a boyfriend situation. Now, if you met a woman at a club, right, and you were flirting with her and you pulled her to the bathroom to make out with her, right? Is that leading to a sexual situation or a boyfriendy courting situation? No, that's a sexual situation, right? So one situation is leading to sex where the other situation is not. You understand? Now, This is where the woman meets you. This is where a long-term relationship happens, right? Now, sex should be like right here, I should say. You understand what I'm saying? Sex should be happening here. And the long-term relationship is all the way over here, if that's even going to happen. So what that means is that the woman has to get through sex in order to even think about getting boyfriendy long-term relationship action. The problem is that guys will give women boyfriend vibes, boyfriend energy, long-term relationship energy at the beginning, and they're not making it sexual. But what you have to do is that the moves you make and the things you do and the things you say have to all lead to sex. You understand what I'm saying? It has to lead to sex. This is why we tell you guys, instead of just talking to a woman very platonic, what do? You flirt and build sexual tension, leading to sex, right? If you are talking to a woman and it's the first date, right? Let's say you go get drinks at night. You understand what I'm saying? 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, you go get drinks at night at a spot near your place. You're flirting with her, building sexual tension. You tell her to come to your place after you guys get drinks. Everything you're doing in that situation is leading to sex. You understand what I'm saying? It's leading to sex. And so what you're doing is you're creating an environment that leads to that it always gets back to it. The problem is that a lot of guys go in the opposite direction, right? They wine and dine, get dinner, talk to her on the phone a lot, do all this other extra shit that's leading away from sex. All your moves need to lead to sex, right? So now, let's say you go get that drink with the girl that you met off of Tinder, right? You take her back to your crib, which is a few blocks away or a mile away or whatever it is. You get in the car for 5 minutes, go back to your crib. And then it's leading down the path of sex. Now, let's say you actually go out, get a drink, and you tell the woman, hey, let's go back to my place. And she says, oh, I don't know if I could do that tonight because, I got to get up early in the morning or whatever it is. And you say, cool, no problem. We'll continue this later. Right? So now she hits you up, let's say a few days later. Right? And she's like, oh, hey, what's up? How's it going? And blah, 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 blah. Right? And then you respond to, oh, I'm good. Well, listen, how about you come to my place on Friday and we can pick up where we left off? Right? So her getting back in touch with you and her experience getting back in touch with you is still leading it to where? To sex. You understand what I'm saying? So now either she's going to come through and y'all going to hook up, or she might be on some, I don't know. I'm trying to, date with intentions. I'm not really sure if I want to do that. You say, hey, listen, no problem. Check this out. When you change your mind, give me a call. You have a good night. Right? Because even when you're charging her to the game at that point, what are you doing? You're still leading her to sex. What did you say? When you change your mind about getting on this dick, give me a call. Right? So what you want to happen is that when a woman is experiencing you, she can't get to anything else until sex is happening. You see what I'm saying? She can't get to no phone calls. She can't get to no dinners. She can't get to no trips. You understand? She can't get to meet your friends, your family, right? You're not going to the movies together. You're not doing none of that shit. Sex has to happen first and then all the other stuff later. If anything is going to happen later. But sex needs to happen. So however she's interacting with you, she's going to realize, oh shit, the only way I can even get to this guy is through sex. But check this out. Is that going to be a problem if she's sexually attracted to you? No. Is that going to be a problem if she's not really sexually attracted to you? Yes. You see how it works? See, you're able to create a situation where she has to, or I should say, it will be revealed to you how sexually interested she is in you. You understand? By creating a scenario where all roads lead to sex. You understand? All roads lead to sex. Either we're having sex or you don't see me. Either we're fucking or you don't talk to me. You understand what I'm saying? Like, if sex is not happening, you can't move forward. You understand what I'm saying? You've reached a dead end. See, because the reason that sex needs to happen is, one, because you need to see if you and the woman are sexually compatible so you don't waste your time, any more time with this woman. But two, what you got to understand is that if you are going to continue with this woman, right, you need to let her know that, hey, we're not going to do all this non-sexual stuff. You're not going to get all my non-sexual time until I see whether or not we're sexually compatible. You understand what I'm saying? It's really that simple. So all the roads need to lead to sex at the beginning, right? So everything that you're doing, everything that you're saying, and how you're being should lead to sex. Because if that's not happening, that gives a woman leeway to try to siphon attention, time, and energy from you. Now, this is where it gets a little complex, right? This is where it gets a little complex. You got to follow me here, right? Because you might say, so Locario, what are the things that I'm supposed to do and say and make happen at the beginning to let her know it's just about sex at the beginning? Right? And now this is where it gets complex, because you have to ask yourself a question. What is a woman required to do to get my dick? Follow what I'm saying. What is a woman required to do to get my dick? What are the things that needs to happen before sex would happen, right? Before you decide that you would have sex with this woman. Now, for those who don't have a program, don't have a masculine identity, for those guys who may not have, tight game, right? You might say, well, what's required of her is that she just need to be a baddie. She just needs to look good and I want to fuck her, right? So now, if your criteria at this point is, she needs to look good and that makes me want to fuck her, that means that you've already made a decision in your mind that you want to have sex with this woman based on the fact that she looks good. So you've already decided that sex could happen, right? Now, once you've decided that sex could happen based on just her looking good, then all you would need to do in that situation is have a conversation with her and let her know that you want sex to happen. So this is you being direct and verbally letting her know, hey, listen, you should come by my place. You understand what I'm saying? Wear that sexy ass dress, because as soon as you come in, I'm going to take that dress off you and I'm going to fuck the shit out of you in my bedroom. You understand what I'm saying? Now, the reason why at this point you're just letting her know, and I'm being more vulgar than you need to be, but I'm just giving an example. The reason why you're letting her know that you just want to have sex is because you've already decided you want to have sex, and you decided that because all you required of her is to look a certain way, right? So in your mind, you already know you want to do that. Now, the tighter your game gets, the more you usually require of women, right? Now, because the tighter your game gets, right, and the more you require from women, that means that there might need to be things that have to be done first before you decide that she can get dick. So, like I was saying, if a guy thinks that, okay, all she has to do is be good looking and I'll fuck her, then you've already decided that that's it. So you see she looks good and that's it. Now, when you have game, there's other things that's required. Now, this is where it gets complex. Because if there's certain things that are required of her to do before you decide that she can get some dick, then sometimes the things that you require, right, could make a woman think, in some cases, that you might want more than sex. Follow what I'm saying here? So what I'm saying is that because you require more from a woman when you have game, that could make the woman think that this is going to be more than just sex at this moment because of the things you're requiring that she has to do. So for example, let's say, for example, if I meet a girl off a dating app or whatever, right? And I tell the girl, hey, meet me at this bar, 8:00 Friday, let's get it cracking, right? So she meets me at the bar, 8:00 Friday. So now the reason why I'm telling her to meet me at the bar is because I have to test her and feel her out before I decide to bring her back and smash. Now, me taking her to the bar, having this interaction, conversation, flirting with her and all this other stuff might lead her to think that this can be more than just sex. Why? Because I'm out on a date with her. I'm conversing with her. I'm giving her non-sexual attention, right? So she can interpret that as, ooh, this guy's so cool. He's charismatic. I really like him. So maybe he could be my boyfriend. Maybe he could be the guy. He might be the one. I don't know. This might be great. So now what happens is that because she has the idea that this might be more than just sex right now, what she might do is she might want to hold off on the sex. Follow what I'm saying? Now, this is why flirting and building sexual tension is important, because if I'm on the date and I'm flirting and building sexual tension, what it does is that it can disrupt her idea of thinking that this could be more than sex. Because now she's like, damn, but he's flirting kind of hard. So maybe he is trying to just smash right now. But then again, I'm just having such a good time with him and he's so cool. But, I don't know, like I might want more of this. And if I have sex with him tonight, then maybe he'll never call me again, but I'm not sure. Right. So now let's just say, for sake of argument, she says, oh, I really like you. She's like flirting back with me, but she's like, oh, I really want to, come back to your place. But this and that and this and that. Right. So now I'm like, hey, cool. No problem. But what happens is she's saying all of that because she thinks that she might get more. But she thinks she might get more. Why? Because the interaction, right, where I'm having her in the situation where I'm giving her non-sexual energy, she may think she can get more than that. So now what happens is that when she leaves the date and she hits me up, right, she might be hitting me up hoping that she's going to go on another date with me, hoping that she's going to get more non-sexual time from me because she likes me in that way, because she's feeling my personality. She's like, he's cool and all that other stuff, even though she may also still be sexually attracted to me. Right now, check this out. When she hits me up, I'm going to say to her, hey, listen, let's continue from where we left off last time. Come to the crib, come to the spot. Notice it's leading back to sex. So even if she had the thought that there was going to be something more than sex, my actions, my words, the things that I'm doing is leading it back to sex. So if she thought, oh, I hope he takes me out on another date, those dreams are going to be shattered when I send her the text to come straight to the crib. You understand what I'm saying? So now one of two things is going to happen. She's going to realize that, oh, this is just about sex. I want to have sex with him, so I'm going to go have sex with him. Or she's going to say, damn, this is just about sex. I thought that we could have had something more than sex. You know what? I'm just going to fall back because, I'm dating with intentions. You understand what I'm saying? So either way, sex is going to happen or she can't see me. You understand what I'm saying? All roads lead to sex. So basically, whichever direction she's going in, she should see sex. She looks left, sex. Looks right, dick. Looks up, sex. Looks down, fucking. You understand? Those are the only options right now. You understand? So either she's with it or she's not. But see, the problem is that you guys will give women little doors to go through. You're telling her, oh yeah, let's hook up. But then you give her the dinner door. You give her the hanging out and going on more dates door, right? You give her the we're just chilling at this spot door. You're giving her all of these doors to go through instead of keeping it, every door is sex. You understand what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to get you guys to understand. See, you got to understand that no matter what you're doing, it has to come back to that. Like, because women will think certain things are a certain way, but it's not really. But this is the thing. You guys got to be careful about how you move, because you might just want to have sex, but then you're doing things that make her think that it's more. So if you're taking her out to dinner, you're spending 2 hours on the phone with her, right? You are introducing her to your friends. Like, you're doing any of these boyfriendy things, that's going to take her away from sex. Now, when you're doing things to lead it to sex, sometimes the woman will try to see if it could be more than sex. And this is where you have to let her know through your words and actions that no, baby, it's still sex. Right? And like I said, if you have game and you require a chick to make something happen, right? Then you have to still make sure that she understands it's just going to be sex at the beginning from every turn. Because this is the thing. When you have game, right, and a woman is attracted to you, and let's say that, for example, you're the type of guy who doesn't fuck chicks on the first night for whatever reason. Let's say that's your reason. So you feel her out the first night, but you smash chicks the next time you see them. The fact that you didn't smash her on the first night might make her think that it's going to be more than just sex. But what happened is because your masculine identity dictated you to, not smash her on the first night, but do it on the second time you see her, right? That second time you see her, she's going to be thinking, or the second time y'all can meet up, she's going to be thinking, oh, maybe he'll take me out to dinner this time. Maybe he'll do this. Maybe he'll do that. But the whole time you realize that, no, this is just going to be about sex. So you're telling her to come straight to the crib. Right? So it always has to go back to her recognizing, realizing, coming to the realization that, oh shit, for me to get more of this dude, sex has to happen. You understand? I thought because, I was feeling these feelings because he was so cool, and we went out and talked and, got together and flirted, and it was fun. I thought that it could have been more. No, the next time you see him, the next time she sees you, hey, come through to the crib. And then she's like, oh shit, it is just about sex. You see what I'm saying? This is really how you have to do this. Because if you give her you give her a little bit of room, just a little bit of room, she's going to take it and run with it. You understand? See, all roads have to lead to sex at the beginning. Now, once you guys are fucking, and let's say y'all been fucking for a while, and you see fit that she could get more than just sex, then you give her more than sex. But at the beginning, it's just sex. All roads lead to sex. You understand what I'm saying? Because like I always say, it makes no sense to deal with a woman who you are not sexually compatible with her. Y'all are not sexually compatible. She's not sexually interested in you. Why are you still fucking with her? Or y'all have sex, you realize that you're not sexually compatible. Why are you still fucking with her? Makes no sense. You see what I'm saying? So it's very important for you guys to understand that it has to be sex at the beginning. Because what happens is when you make it more than sex, that's where all of the emotions come in. And understand that your words and actions have to line up. That means if it's sex just at the beginning, you shouldn't be doing extravagant shit. She shouldn't be spending the night. You shouldn't be taking showers with her. Shouldn't be cuddling. You shouldn't be talking to her on the phone all day. Don't do any boyfriendy shit. Right? Because when it's more than sex, that's where a lot of the emotions come in. See, a lot of guys think that if they fuck a girl, she's going to get emotional and get attached. No, it's not just about it's not about the dick. Right? women rarely get attached just to dick. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of guys think that women just get attached to dick. No, women get attached to dick that's attached to hope. You understand what I'm saying? What does that mean? They're attached to the dick that they hope turns into more than dick. And how do they get that hope? Is because you are giving her hope by doing boyfriendy shit around the fucking. You see what I'm saying? And that causes drama. You see what I mean? So you gotta make it all roads need to lead to sex. You understand? Now, let me give you guys a simple formula to do to make this just simple for you. Right? You meet woman first time you meet a woman, you smash. And if you don't smash the first time, the second time you smash. And if you don't smash the second time, you don't fuck with her. That's it. First time you try to smash. If you don't smash the first time, you smash the second time. If you don't smash the second time, you leave her the fuck alone and keep it pushing. That's it. Now, if you're the type of guy who doesn't want to smash on the first time for whatever reason, cool. You meet the girl the first time, you don't smash. The second time, you gotta smash. But if it don't smash on the second time, you leave her the fuck alone. That's it. That's it. And all roads need to lead back to that. So if you're on the first date, and you want to make this smashing happen, but for whatever reason, let's say it's an actually good, legitimate reason. Let's say the chick fucking got her period just now. Let's say she got to go back to her kids tonight because she got to go back home and watch the kids, so you can't fuck her that. Let's say it's a legitimate reason y'all can't fuck the first time. Cool. Guess what? When she hits you up to see you a second time, yo, come through to the crib. Come through to the crib. Now, if she ain't trying to come through to the crib, right? You either charge it to the game, or depending upon the situation, let's say, you're like, come to the crib or whatever, and she's like, oh, but I would, but I got a cold now and I'm sick, or, I got a yeast infection. I really can't do nothing right now. I got my pain, whatever. Let's say she legitimately can't make it. Okay, cool. Listen, no problem. Holla back at me when you're ready to get on this dick. And then the only thing you should hear from her if she hollers at you the next time is that she's coming over to get the dick. Now, what if she's not trying to come over to get the dick that time? Guess what? That means you charge her to the game. You understand? You understand? So you said, why is it always because of the woman? Maybe the man has an issue with his dick. No, I'm talking about where the man doesn't have an issue with his dick. He's telling her to come over, but she's like, oh, I got my period, I got a yeast infection, whatever. So if that's the case, cool. Hit me up when all that shit is done, and then come through to the crib. That's it. That's it. All roads lead to sex. And if sex don't happen, then nothing else happens after that. But guys, if you want to call the numbers 844-672-7300. 844-672-7300 is the number. So let me see what some of these questions are saying. So I don't want to violate her when I approach. She does not deserve it. But if I'm going to show interest, am I forced to validate? Oh, he said validate. That's when I say violate. That's crazy. He said, I don't want to validate her when I approach. She doesn't deserve it. But if I'm going to show interest, am I not forced to validate? I don't want to gas them up. They don't deserve it. Guys, I got to stop with this. Guys, why y'all so worried about validating a chick? What are y'all worried about? What are y'all worried about? See, the problem with this right here, that comes from a lot of like red pill or even some pickup artist type of, energy, where a guy's like, man, I don't, if I approach her, I'm making her think that I like her, and then she's going to get her head gassed, and I don't want her head to be gassed, because then she's going to feel like she's, better than me, and then she's going to, reject me, and I'm going to feel really bad now, right? See, y'all are so worried about, the thing is, y'all think that women don't like y'all in the first place, so you are trying to find ways to get what you want out of the situation without, giving her any type of energy, right? And in fact, the thing is that, see, okay, guys, understand this, right? When you have game, women, or I should say this, there's going to be women who think, and this is why you guys need to go to badboymembership.com, because I just did a fucking program on this. There's going to be women who think that you're too good for them. So the ironic part is that y'all talk about not validating women. Men with game have to validate women. You understand? Follow what I'm saying here. A man who has game has to validate women. Why, Locario? Because when you have game, you're extremely, extremely attractive to women. To the point where sometimes women don't even believe that you would like them. They're like, why is this sexually attractive, dominant, fucking fine-ass mother? Why is he talking to me? Why is he talking to little old me? Like, what is he want? He gotta be joking. Come on, he can't really want me. I'm just so regular. Why would he want me? You understand what I'm saying? So now what happens is when you validate a woman, what it tells her is you're basically picking her up off the floor and say, hey, baby, come here. Listen. I'm letting you know that it's okay for you to be here. It's okay for you to talk to me and fuck with me. You understand what I'm saying? It's all right. You understand? I'm letting you know that you could drop all the insecure shit. I'm going to allow you to fuck with me. You understand what I'm saying? That's why you got to validate women. Because if you don't validate women, their insecurity is going to cock block you. You understand what I'm saying? Their insecurity is going to cock block you. Because her insecurity is going to tap her on the shoulder and be like, girl, come on. You know that nigga don't want you. You know he just gonna fuck you and leave, girl. You know that nigga, you know he got like 10 million women. You know he got way better women than you. He got way women who look way better than you. He got women who are more interesting than you, girl. He don't like you. Right? So this is why you gotta validate them. I say, hey girl, come here, you looking sexy as hell. She's like, stop, no, you say that to all the girls. Yeah, of course I say that to all the bitches, but listen, don't worry about that. You looking sexy as hell, girl. Okay, you could get this dick. You could get this fucking dick. You got to validate them. You see what I'm saying? You got to let them know. I'm telling you, if you don't let them know, the insecurity is going to win. So you got to understand this shit, man. You got to understand this shit. It says, look, if she changed her mind, ain't that still, hold on, let me get this call real quick. 570, what's popping? Who this?
Yes, sir. Charlie Keys from Mr. Locario. How you doing? Happy
Charlie
Saturday.
in the building. What's going on? What's going on? What's popping with you?
Yeah, man, I'm doing good. I'm doing excellent. Hope you are doing very well too. And
So
great video, by the way. You know, thank you for some more game today.
Yes, sir.
And but I just want to make a couple points real quick because you know, with the video, you know, guys gotta, you know, if this is what they want, they gotta let women know they want sex from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
And
right.
But something I was thinking about recently, because you know, this is actually something I used to have, but I realized that guys have it on like a really deep level, and which is why guys are like so crazily on the internet talking about, you know, you're gonna get in trouble if you tell women you don't have sex. You know, a lot of guys are paranoid, really, Locario, that if they tell a woman that they want to have sex, that it's like against the law or a crime or some shit.
Right, exactly. That's a fact.
You guys got to think about this for a second. First off, it ain't a crime. Okay. And if there's somewhere where it is a crime, that's retarded. I mean, I don't even know what to say. But anyway, you know, it's like if two people want to have sex, how are they supposed to let each other know?
Right.
What am I going to send her a fucking carrier pigeon with a note in it?
Right.
And then it's like, you know, if it's so-called a crime, then me, Locario, and every guy who ever told women who want to have sex, we should all be in jail right now.
Right.
So what are we on? And imagine, I was thinking another hypothetical. Imagine this, guys. Imagine April, before she knew Locario, comes to Locario and says, you know, I think you're very sexy, Mr. Locario, and, you know, I think we should go back to my place sometime. Imagine Locario says, excuse me, April, I think that's harassing me right now. I'm going to put you in jail. What?
But that's how a lot of guys think, because remember, most guys don't think women are sexually attracted to them or that they are attracted to them. So they already come to the situation thinking that's the case. But also because they think that's the case, they put women in position to also think that they're better than the man all the time. So a lot of women are interacting with men and they look down on men because men within themselves create the scenario, the situation where they put women on a pedestal to make the woman think they're better than them. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly. Exactly. And to your point, is the last thing I'll say is that, and you just hit it on the head of the nail, is that a lot of guys, the problem with you guys, and this is actually a deeper topic, which I'm going to call in the future and talk about, but that needs a way bigger donation, and you guys really need to get fucking coaching. But a lot of you guys, males, which I used to be a fucking pussy-ass male, okay? I'm telling you, from a guy who used to be like this, okay? You guys allow yourselves to be controlled by society and women who don't like you.
Right.
You give them the power. You give them the okay to say, oh yeah, that's a fucking crime. Huh? What are we talking about? You guys aren't, see, that's the difference, Locario, between a male and a man, or one difference. If you do something just because society tells you to do it, you're not a fucking man. Okay? I'm not saying don't take advice. But if you're going off just because, okay, society for 400 fucking years told black people that because you were born black, you should be in the transatlantic slave trade. And the Northern Europeans went on and said, that's okay. And everyone now today, or at least most people, I would assume, unless you're a fucking racist ass motherfucker, say that, no, that was a bad thing. But society, what do they say? Oh yeah, because you're black, you're below me. So you guys got to really be cognizant of this. Is it because society believes it that you say it's okay, or is it because you believe it?
Right. Exactly.
And that's the difference between being a fucking man and a fucking beta male, as they call it, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Exactly. Now that's a fact.
Okay, you guys.
Real talk. Real talk.
Because this is the thing, Locario, and this is last thing I'll say. Sorry about that. I'm at another 40. Is that because if it's not, because guys will be like, well, I don't care what women say, or what women think if I want to have sex. Well, then it must be you must care about the law or something. Because if it ain't what women care, why the fuck do you care?
Right.
So these guys, I think a lot of them are just paranoid, and really what it is, they need to get coaching, and you guys need to get on the memberships and unlock those deeper parts of you that need to be unchained, and you guys gotta stop being so paranoid and just get to your fucking results already. Like, because there's a bitch out there right now who wants to get on her knees and suck your dick for the next 30 minutes. But all you got to do is go up to her and tell her, hey, this is me. I want you to do X, Y, and Z. When are you free? She come over, bada bing, bada boom.
Right.
See you later.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Anyway, I'm gonna keep it at that because trying to have a good Saturday, not to be too stressed. But anyway, appreciate it for taking my call, and yeah, guys, get on that membership. You know what I mean? For real.
Yes, sir. All right, buddy. Appreciate you, Charlie, man. Real talk. I'm out, man. Yes, sir. So guys, call in, man. Call in. April said 30 minutes. 30 minutes is a long time, though. I ain't gonna lie. That's just a long fucking time. But hey, somebody could do it. You know what I'm saying? So Lord Jefferson said, look, if she changed her mind, ain't that still low interest? Well, yeah, that's the thing. It is low interest. But the thing is that if you want to smash, right? Because this is the thing. If you're just smashing a chick, right? A chick doesn't need to have, you don't need to have a chick who has high interest in you to smash. It's better if she has high interest in you, right? But let's say, for example, if you are trying to make something happen with the chick and she is telling you that, oh, I'm not really trying to do that now. We should wait and blah, 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 right? If that's her excuse, right? And you want to sort of still keep her around orbiting, you say, well, listen, I want to do this. So you holler at me if you change your mind. Right now, the reason why you're saying that is because what happens is that if you don't say that, the woman will try to get at you non-sexually. You understand what I'm saying? So the thing is that what you're basically telling her, because this is the thing, either you smashing or we ain't doing nothing. So if the girl is saying we gotta wait, I'm not that type of girl, I don't know if I can do that now and all this other stuff, you say, hey, listen, this is what I want to do. If you change your mind, holler at me. Now her, changing her mind means that before she wasn't trying to do it, right? Which means low interest. Now, that's different than if there's an actual circumstance as to why she can't do it. That's a different story. So, for example, if, like I said, if she got a period, she got a yeast infection, maybe she got some STD or some shit that she got to get cleared up. You understand what I'm saying? That's a different story. But if she's like, oh, but I think we should wait. And you're like, nah, listen, I'm trying to do this shit now, but give me a call when you're ready to do this with me, right? And then if she changes her mind and she gets back to you to that. Now, if she does change her mind, right, then it's about her changing her mind about that and only that, about getting back to you to do that and only that. You understand? See, in most cases, me personally, I usually don't even tell chicks that. I just charge them to the game. But what I'm saying is that you can also let her know, hey, look, if you change your mind, holler at your boy. Because what you're essentially saying is I'm not moving off my position. So if you want any more time, energy, and attention from me, this is how you get it. You see what I'm saying? And that's the only way you get it. Remember, bringing it back to sex. You see what I'm saying? That's it. It says, what's going on? I ordered the Game Kings 1 documentary. I lost the email that it was sent. Can you send it to my new email? What? Bro, just email us on the back end, fam. Email us on the back end. So guys, when you have any questions like that, like customer service questions, email us on the back end so we could, help you out on that end. So it says Steve is against complimenting women. Steve said they need to deserve it. And you agreed, but then you say she's sexy when you approach. How come you agree with Steve but do different? Guys, this is why y'all need to get coaching, because I'm gonna re-say your question, but I'm gonna say it in different words so you understand how ridiculous you sound, and then I'm gonna explain it to you. This is what you said. You said, Locario, Steve said 5 + 5 is 10. But then you said 2 + 8 is 10. I don't get it. Why did you agree with him when he said 5 + 5 is 10, but then you say 8 + 2 is 10? It doesn't make sense. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? See, when Steve says he's against complimenting women, what he's saying is that you guys, when you compliment women, what you're doing is you're putting them on a pedestal. So he's saying that she doesn't deserve the compliment you're giving her. So you're saying to the woman, oh my God, you're so beautiful. You're so sexy. You're so amazing, right? And then you said that, but then you say she's sexy when you approach. Because like I said the other day when I did a whole entire show about this, I said, if you're complimenting a woman, right, you have to make sure that you're attaching what you want to do with the woman in the compliment. You see what I'm saying? And then have her take action, right? So again, you guys have to listen. So me and Steve are both saying, don't just go up to a woman and kiss their ass and suck their butt. That's what we're saying. Well, what I'm saying is that if you're complimenting a woman, it should be in the context of flirting and building sexual tension. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to get you guys to understand. But again, this is why you guys need coaching, because when you don't get coaching, this is how you get confused. You see what I'm saying? You get confused because you start hearing particular things. Like I had a coaching session with a dude once, and he mentioned something, and I thought this was hilarious. And it was like, I was like, this is exactly how a lot of guys think. He mentioned something that I said, but then he interpreted it based on his insecurity, right? So for example, let's say I said, I was like, you shouldn't just be buying random women drinks, right? And then he would say some shit like, oh, well, I know that you said, you shouldn't buy random women drinks because then, you're not going to get any women and women are not going to like you. And I'm like, that's not the reason why I'm telling you to not buy the women drinks. You see what I'm saying? So it's like guys will hear shit and then they interpret it based on, either their insecurity or the level of understanding that they're at. This is why we tell you guys to get coaching, so we can bring you up to the level so you understand what's actually going on. You see what I'm saying? They said, I met a dark-skinned woman I found fuckable who showed interest in me, but she was intimidated by me because she doesn't think I like dark-skinned women. How to influence women who are intimidated by me. Well, the thing is, you gotta understand the difference between a woman who's intimidated by you and a woman who's not interested, right? Like I talked about this before. So intimidation, right, means that the woman is attracted, right? But her insecurity is the thing that's giving resistance. But also remember, any form of resistance is a form of disinterest. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of her resistance based on her insecurity, right, is meaning that she is not attracted enough still to override it. And so intimidation, and this is the interesting part about intimidation. The intimidation is the extreme fear that's stopping her from actually taking action. Because what's interesting about intimidation is that it's fear, but also coupled with some form of desire. You understand? Because if she's intimidated, that there's still some form of desire. Just like where you see a really hot chick across the room, you might be intimidated to go and approach her. Why? Because you think she's so hot. So there's a form of, I desire her because I think she's so hot. But because she's so hot, my insecurity is fucking flaring up in me, and that's causing me to hesitate, to resist. You understand what I'm saying? But if you wanted her bad enough, you would say, fuck this, fear. I'm going to go and holler. You see what I'm saying? But you got to understand the difference though. Right? It's just like a lot of times when I hear women say, oh, all these guys are scared to approach. I see guys, they'll be looking at me, but they don't approach. Right? Now, sometimes that's because the guys are scared. But guess what? Sometimes they don't approach because they're not fucking interested. You know what I'm saying? So the woman might think, oh, he's not approaching because he's intimidated, which in some cases that may be true. But sometimes the guy's not approaching because he's not feeling you, even though he's looking at you. Because sometimes what happens is this: you can look at someone and you're like deciding, like, and again, that's medium interest. You're looking because you're deciding, would I fuck her or not? I don't know. She's okay. She got a little ass on her, but right? So then the girl thinks, why won't he approach me? I see him looking at me because he's not that into you. You see what I'm saying? Like, he's trying to find a reason. Exactly. He's like, I do that. I'll be like, that's what I'm saying. So from her perspective, she's thinking, oh, these guys, they're so intimidated by me. They don't want to. No, he's not intimidated. He's just trying to assess if he feels it's worth his time. He's like, she's all right. She's decent. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of times when guys are not approaching women, it's not because they're scared, it's because they're not that interested. You see what I'm saying? So you folks, to answer your question, you would actually have to really be able to assess the difference, because you don't want to waste time talking to a woman who you think is intimidated, but she's just really not interested. Exactly. He said chicks think they're the only ones who choose. That's a fact. That's a fact. It's crazy. All right, let me see what so can you do a date demonstration with April for us to see how to effectively run a date? I mean, we probably could do something like that. I think that'd be pretty cool. We could probably do something like that. Like a tutorial or some shit. That'll be funny. It says, I can say, I want you to join my company one-on-one this Saturday, but any man could say that. What actually makes me different? Well, your company to do what though? Like, well, you gotta specify, right? When you're telling a woman you want to do something and make something happen, it has to be specific. What are you going to be doing in the particular situation? You see what I'm saying? So you gotta be more clear about what you are doing. You see what I'm saying? But see, you guys got to understand that it's not about you trying to appear different. You gotta be yourself, which automatically makes you different. You see what I'm saying? What up, BMG? What's going on? So yeah, so you have to understand that. This is why we talk about masculine identity. This is why we talk about you having a program. This is why we talk about you understanding who you are, because that automatically makes you different. See, the problem is that most guys are the same because they're trying to go along with what society says. They're looking at everybody else and what they're doing. You understand? And then you have guys who are trying to be different. And see, when you're trying to be different, you are just like all the other guys who are trying to be different. So don't try to be different, just be yourself and you will be different. You see what I'm saying? But you have to be your real self, your true self. You see what I'm saying? You got to be your real self. It says, in her house, should you act like a guest, or should you keep your dominant energy that you approached with in the club or approached her with? Well, this is the thing. First of all, you should be telling the chick to come to your spot. But, if you're in the chick's spot, it's not that you have to be stomping in there like it's your spot, but she should be treating you still like, you're the guy. Like she should, you know what I'm saying? Like I remember I had this one chick where I remember we went to go get drinks, and I think this is the first time we met or whatever. We got drinks, and we were actually in an area that was close to her, maybe like 2 or 3 blocks down. So we go to her house and shit, and we kissed and doing all this other stuff. I didn't smash because she was just like, she said something, and we didn't do it. I can't remember exactly what it was, but I didn't like the fact that she told me to leave. Like I was like, what? I was like, wait a second. I'm like it was one of the things where we're in there, we're chilling, and then it was one of these like, you got to go now. It's time for you to go. And I was like, excuse me? Like she was like kicking me out the house or the apartment or whatever. Right. And so she hit me up again. I never talked to her again. I was highly, highly offended. I was like, how dare this woman just tell me to leave? I was like, what? I was like, we're done. Right. So it's not like I was going to stay at her house all night or whatever. But what I'm saying is that I should be the one saying, I'm going to go, and she should have the sad face on her look, the sad look on her face. Like, do you have to go now? Can't you stay a little? Like that's the type of energy I want. Not like, you got wait, you telling me I got to go now? Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm going to go, and you have a nice life. You understand what I'm saying? Like, we're done. We're done. I'm like, we are finished. Exactly. I'm like, the nerve. I'm like, the audacity. I'm like, that's crazy. Exactly. She was like this.
Get out of here, you damn nigga!
Exactly. That's what she. I was like, is this chick kicking me out the house? What are we doing? What are we talking about? I'm supposed to be leaving when I feel like leaving, and you're supposed to be begging me to stay. If that's not happening, I don't want to fuck with you. Exactly. Me and Lord Jefferson, we on the same page. It's like, if that, you know what I'm saying? Crazy. So I was like, yeah, I was like, this is done. I'm triggered and offended. You understand what I'm saying? I'm like, we are finished. But yeah, man, but guys, that's pretty much it, man. We're about to wrap this shit up. Remember, make sure that you guys go to shoplocario.com, badboymembership.com, masculineidentitymembership.com, and what else did I miss? CunninghamElements.com. Yes, make sure you guys go to all the .coms and get that shit cracking. You feel me? And tune in tomorrow for the Real Game No Theory show, because, you know, it's going to be fire. Exactly. Real Game No Theory tomorrow. You feel what I'm saying? And appreciate all y'all. So I will holler at y'all later. All right. And remember, guys, the truth is inside you. I'm out of here. Peace.
Deep bullin'.
Yo, get on your grind, boy. Life is short, you ain't got time, boy. You fuck around, you watch your mind, boy. Tell me, is your life on the line, boy? Are you really out here living it up? Are you doing it or giving it up? What's the plan? Have you written it up? Keep it real while not giving a fuck. These cats, they be talking, but they don't be walking it. All of it's marketed, on again, off again. Nothing they're offering, unzip the cardigan. Went in it and gave me the cardigan. Then they start partying, these niggas ain't serious artists, and they ain't about their business. So I'm a mind bind. It's grind time. I said fine wine with a dime, 9 or 8. It's late, I gotta skate, cause this guy's high on dope. Offering me coke, don't wanna try lines. Yo, get on your grind, boy. Get on your grind, boy. You ain't got time, boy. You ain't got time, boy. You must be out your mind, boy. Your life is on the line, boy. Yo, get on your grind, boy. Life is short, you ain't got time, boy. You fuck around, you watch your mind, boy. Tell me, is your life on the line, boy? Are you really out here living it up? Are you doing it or giving it up? What's the plan? Have you written it up? Keep it real while not giving a fuck. Their time they just wasting it. Life is a test and I'm acing it. They talking shit, I take their shit and rubbing their face in it. They mad, they raising their voice, I tell them put some bass in it. They call me a nigga, I'm like, why you putting race in it? They mad I'm fucking they bitch and she says she like tasting it. They bitch be bitching to them, but when they with me, they submit. Y'all on that little boy shit, these niggas out here, they a bitch. These niggas ain't really gay, all they can say is hated it. Yo, get on your grind, boy. Get on your grind, boy. You ain't got time, boy. You ain't got time, boy. You must be out your mind, boy. Your life is on the line, boy. Yo, get on your grind, boy. Life is short, you ain't got time, boy. Fuck around, you out your mind, boy. Tell me, is your life on the line, boy? Are you really out here living it up? Are you doing it or giving it up? What's the plan? Have you written it up? Keep it real while not giving a fuck.